Oh hi, thanks for watching my video. So we are inching closer and closer to Christmas. And in my house we are well and truly counting down the days. I've always been obsessed with Christmas. I think that's just one of the few things in life that I never really grew out of getting excited over. No, seriously, my family and friends think it's a real problem. But we're not here to talk about my Christmas addiction. Instead, we're here to feed into said addiction by making a list of Christmas mods that I wish we had in The Sims 4. So if we have any modders watching, feel free to use any of these ideas. Please. I'm begging you. We're going to go through a few Christmas mod ideas, and the beauty of them being mods is that you can pick and choose which ones you want. I'm fully aware that if someone had all of these mods in their game, they'd end up with essentially just a Christmas simulator, which might be a bit much for some of you. For me, it would be perfect. So let's just get into it. Number 1, write a letter to Santa. This one is quite small, but I think it would be really sweet. Some of these mods could be nicely based off of some of the things we had in The Sims 3. For example, I imagine that writing a letter to Santa would play out in a similar way to how the Sims could write and send love letters in The Sims 3. The option could just come up when clicking on the mailbox. Once selected, the chosen Sim will pull out a piece of paper, sit down at a table or desk and write a letter. Ideally, maybe there could be some imagery over the top too. Kind of like when elder Sims reminisce on the rocking chair or when toddlers use their imagination. But the pictures will just be of Christmas trees, reindeers and presents maybe. The imagery may be a stretch, but I can dream. Number 2, just a few more Christmas social interactions. This again would be fairly small. It would just be a mod that had a couple new interactions that are related to Christmas. I imagine the type of thing you could have would be to ask other Sims if they've been good, ask about Father Christmas or tell a Christmas story. Number 3, Christmas shopping overhaul. This is a big one, I'll admit. You could probably tell from the title, overhaul. So here's the gist of it. Come with me. On the day before Christmas, there would be a little icon in the corner of some applicable build and buy objects, books from the bookstore and items that can be purchased online. The icon will only be there for a day and it will essentially be a tiny version of a family member's face, sort of like the little icons in the calendar when it's their birthday, and the reason why they'll be there is because that particular item is placed on top of is an item that that Sim really wants for Christmas. So for example, if you go to the toy section of the build and buy, there might be one toy with your toddler's face in the corner, and that means it's a toy that they really want. Same thing with books or ordering online. In terms of how the mod itself would work, it could just select their wanted items at random, but whatever item their icon is on determines how they react to the present. So if you give a Sim a present or an item that you know they want, they'll react in a really happy way and may even have a little pop-up notification saying how happy they are. And if they get a present that wasn't on their wish list, then maybe they'll just be neutral or disappointed. It's probably a lot of work to do something like this, it might even be impossible, but I think it would be a good change to the Christmas experience in The Sims 4. And it could even be applicable to birthdays, maybe if the game can recognise and apply it the day before a Sim's birthday. Number 4, matching Christmas pajamas. Sure, you could get something like this as custom content, there probably are ones on the Sims resource, but I haven't seen many that have matching Christmas pajamas for all age ranges. Also, if it were incorporated as part of a mod, you could add a few new aspects to it. For example, you could have wearing matching Christmas pajamas as an option for a holiday tradition, and maybe you could add a mood buff as well. Number 5, go caroling. So Sims can sing carols in The Sims 4 when they click on a Christmas tree, but I imagine this mod to be more like how trick-or-treating was in The Sims 3, where you can just send Sims door to door to sing Christmas carols. The Sims 4 has semi-open areas, so you can wander around. However, sadly, you can't even knock on another Sim's door without a loading screen, so I think it's highly unlikely a mod like this can be made, but perhaps there could be a workaround to add it into the game. Number 6, roast chestnuts on the fire. I did say there would be some small mods, didn't I? I just think it would be a nice mini addition to the game that adds a little Christmas magic. I imagine the option to roast chestnuts to come up upon clicking on the fireplace or a fire pit, just like how it works with roasting marshmallows. Maybe add a couple more interactions with the fireplace, like tell Christmas stories or some shit like that. Number 7, the Christmas Mall mod. This would be another fairly big one, so I imagine first off, a new lot type of Christmas mall, and maybe a pre-made Christmas mall on the gallery. It would look kind of like a normal mall, but it would have Christmas stuff everywhere, and upon visiting the mall, an event would automatically start. Now, I'm not sure how likely it is that an event can just automatically start upon visiting a lot like that, but it could work if your sim starts a Christmas mall event from home that takes place in the mall. I imagine toy stores, maybe a Christmassy photo booth, perhaps even a Santa experience where kids can go and talk to Santa, maybe snap a pic. Perhaps I'm getting carried away here, but it would be cool, right? This mod would be really handy for things like storytelling, especially for my videos. It would be great to have something like this. I imagine the event would include things like buying gifts, take a photo in the studio and greet Santa. Number 8. Watch a Christmas movie. Another small one. We already have a small range of movies that your Sims can watch included in the movie night stuff pack. It would be good to have a Christmas film added, and Sims could get a little festive mood buff after watching a Christmas movie. Number 9, a Christmas build and buy pack. Admittedly, this is just custom content, but I would love a full custom content pack with just Christmas shit in it. If I was good at making custom content, this would probably be the first pack I'd make. We had a fantastic stuff pack in The Sims 2 that was absolutely packed with Christmas themed stuff. The Sims 4 doesn't really have that much. There is some Christmas decor, but nowhere near as much as we had in The Sims 2. To name a few things that would be included in this pack, there would be things like more Christmas jumpers, maybe even a red Santa and Mrs. Claus costume, some Christmas underwear for the grown-ups. I'd add a gingerbread house kit that could be used to make a gingerbread house, so I guess that would make it more of a mod as it adds gameplay. I'd also have decor items like snow globes, stockings, mini Santa figurines, and if I could, I'd also add a custom photo frame that's all Christmassy and can be used to frame family Christmas pictures. And finally, number 10, leave cookies for Santa. When I think of Christmas, I think of cooking and baking. When we were kids, we used to get mince pies and put them on the windowsill before we went to bed on Christmas Eve for Santa. Some kids left a glass of milk, but Mum told us that our Santa would rather have a bottle of wine left on the windowsill. So we gave our Santa wine. We also left a carrot for the reindeer, so I like an idea of doing something like that in The Sims, like maybe bake Christmas cookies together and leave them out for Santa. So there were a few festive mods I'd love to have in The Sims 4 to add more Christmas themed gameplay. Ever since I was a kid, I've kind of associated The Sims with Christmas. Probably because growing up I knew every Christmas that I'd get a new Sims game, so I do like to make a big deal out of the festive time of year. I think also I'm quite a naturally sentimental person. My family are all really big into Christmas, and I remember they used to get wellies and dip the bottom of them in flour and walk them from the fireplace to the tree, so that when we woke up, it would look like Santa's footprints from the chimney to the tree. And because we were so young and stupid, my brother and I genuinely thought they were Santa's footsteps. But the point I'm making is, I play The Sims every day, for the most part. But there's something about playing this game at Christmas that just takes me right back. Brings back a slither of that magic you felt when you were a kid, even though it's a later game, and if there were ways to make Christmas more real in The Sims, then I'd be pretty happy about that. What do you think of these Christmas mod ideas? Are there things that you would love to have in the game that's Christmas themed? Let me know in the comments. And if you know of any Christmas themed mods for The Sims 4, let me know in the comments, because I have had a little look but I haven't really been able to find any. So if you know of any, please let me know. I'm always looking for new mods to try out in my game. But that's it for me. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.